Good morning, 75 degrees, 75 degrees Fahrenheit in the morning, 10:30, April 17th. What a beautiful day. However, on my way to work, 2 days ago, April 15th, was the end of tax filing season. I took off yesterday and I was thinking of making it nice 4-day weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But there are a few things that I have to take care of in the office. So here I am. Anyway, let's enjoy the weather and have a little bit of chit chat. Beautiful colors, beautiful colors. Look at that, both sides. You know, every day we wake up is a blessing, of course. And every day is a beautiful day. It depends how you look at it. You know, in winter, it is beautiful when it snows. In the spring, it is beautiful when you see leaves coming back on trees, different colors, beautiful. Then it is beautiful when it rains, no matter what season. Then it's beautiful when it is fall. Beautiful colors, leaves are falling. So all around it's all beautiful. New York. I don't say I love New York for nothing. There is a reason behind it. It is beautiful. Beautiful. Now that tax season is over, still a lot of work to do. Day looks different today. I think I'm happy and excited. In life, we have needs and we have wants. Now, needs are things that we gotta have to survive. Shelter, clothing, food, and coffee, of course. When it comes to needs, we can have bare minimum, or maybe we can just afford bare minimum, and we can upgrade to a certain degree. When it comes to wants, there are two types of wants. One is that we want to have a bit of upgrade in our needs. Our basic necessities, essentials are met, but barely. And life is not comfortable. So we want to have a bit of upgrade, which is fine as long as we can afford them. The other part of wants is just we want to have things bigger, better, for two reasons mostly. One is that we feel like we deserve it, one life to live. Why we work so hard if we cannot enjoy life? We cannot have things that we want, not need, I said. So that is that. And the second part of the want is that we want to have things to impress others. We want to impress others, our friends, relatives, colleagues, and just, I think, people who we don't know. So then we can break it down, life, into kind of three parts. One is needs, necessities that we got to have them. Second is wants. That part of wants is that we want to upgrade our needs. And then, of course, we just want to have things. Now, when it comes to upgrading your needs, let's say you are a family of 3 and you would like to have a 2-bedroom apartment at least. but you are living in a one-bedroom apartment or you are living in a studio, so it makes sense to upgrade if you can afford it. Same thing, you have a car because you need transportation to go to work, and you have a very old car and it's costing you more actually in repairs, so maybe you need to upgrade, get a new car, but maybe Toyota Corolla, Hyundai, Kia instead of Land Rover Defender. Same thing, your clothes, you have them but they are not really good quality, so you want to upgrade them a little bit. Same thing with shoes, bedding. So shoes and bedding is very important to have a peaceful life. Yeah, so that's the distinction between basic needs and then upgrading them. Is still a need but kind of want, because you could have done it without upgrading, but now that you can afford, you can do it. The problem comes when you just want to have things, and especially when you cannot afford them. Latest iPhone, Samsung, latest gadgets, branded clothes, that's the killer, branded clothes. A lot of vacations, Florida, let's say you live in New York, Bahamas, other countries. Whereas if you are a New Yorker, you live in New York, New York State is such a beautiful state. Niagara Falls, Watkins Glen, Lake George, so many things, so many places. You can still go on vacation. It's just in New York. And I am sure every state is unique. Every state is so beautiful. So you don't even need to leave your state. You can just look around. I was so much surprised how much Long Island has to offer. Camping, everything. So, by the way, 3 camping trips coming this year, summer. One in June, one in July, and one in August. So, the problem happens that many times I see people who are after their wants, unnecessary wants. The funny thing is that many times people who buy things that they really did not need them, they just sit, they never use them. They just collect dust because we are busy paying bills for those purchases that we don't have time to enjoy them. So why buy them in the first place? The problem is we want to impress others. We have this, we have this. That's all there is. So what I am saying is that we have to be reasonable. Yes, we don't want to be stingy. We don't want to go hungry. We want to have decent clothes, but we don't have to have branded clothes. We don't have to have a luxury car. We have to have a dependable car, but not a luxury car. If you can afford them, by all means. And when I say afford them, yes, I know we use credit cards to earn points, but if you cannot make a full statement payment at the end of the month, you should not buy it. Believe me, when I was 30 years ago, 31 years ago, it seems like yesterday. So today I am 61 and I see the mistakes I made are things I did not do what I was supposed to do when I was in 30s. Thank God that I am in a reasonable, decent shape. So I'm okay. But I see many times people are not able to afford themselves comfortably in their 60s and retirement years because of poor decisions when they were in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. And that was because unnecessary spending. When it comes to all these things, unnecessary spending, that's the one. Actually, before that is that not realizing that we are going to get old and we will need more money, or we will need some money, but we will not have a lot of money coming in. So what do you do when you are young? So this is basically for mostly people who are in their 30s and 40s. What are you gonna do when you retire? Yes, I understand if you work for the government or you work in a company where you're gonna have a pension, you also gonna get some money from Social Security, so you might be able to manage yourself. But what if you are not? What if you are self-employed right now? So instead of wasting money on your wants and unnecessary upgrades to your needs, save money. And don't just save money under the mattress. Invest it wisely. Now, this is not a financial advice, but I think you should be saving some part in cash. You should be investing in stock market wisely. Again, this is not a financial advice. You should talk to your bank or financial advisor or your accountant and all that. But we gotta plan life. One day we are going to get old. So, a little bit of rambling around. I hope it made some sense. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Let's enjoy outdoors in traffic. You see the trees? Just a couple of weeks ago, they were bare, nothing. Now, leaves are back. Beautiful.